Good evening. This is CTV News for Thursday, February 11th. I'm Rochelle Metzger.
And I'm Patricia Valone. Thank you for joining us tonight.
A civil rights lawsuit has been filed in the case of Deontay Caraway, the Prince George's teacher's aide, who is accused of producing child pornography, sexual abuse, and related charges. The suit was filed on behalf of the family of a 9-year-old victim, one of 11 identified by police so far. The county school system and the principal at Judge Sylvania Woods Elementary are also named as defendants. The lawsuit alleges that Principal Michelle Williams took no action despite concerns about Caraway raised by both parents and teachers. Last night, county leaders vowed to fully cooperate with the investigation and provide counseling and psychological support to those affected for as long as they need it.
What I want the people of Prince George's County to know is that their government will use every resource to not only follow this case to where it leads, but also to provide the type of support for the families of this tragedy. Everything that we have in our power will be at the disposal to use in this situation.
We will fully investigate internally whether the many policies, programs, and safeguards that we put in place were properly implemented and whether we need to redouble our efforts with new policies.
Our professional school counselors will conduct classroom guidance lessons for all students, which will include differences between appropriate and inappropriate physical contact, personal body safety rules and when to use them, and how to identify trusted adults to whom they can report when they feel unsafe. We have established a parent and student safety hotline. The hotline will be available for anyone to report suspicious or questionable behavior. Each and every call will be taken seriously and investigated.
The number for the Parent-Student Safety Hotline is 301-618-8342. And there will also be a meeting tonight for parents at 6:30 at Judge Sylvania Woods Elementary. Officials will outline additional measures being taken to address safety and security at the school and provide a status update on the investigation. Meanwhile, people throughout the community, as well as those in the education field, are reacting to the allegations of abuse against the 22-year-old school volunteer and former classroom aide.
Our Denise Douglas is joining us now with what they're saying.
Yeah, you know what? It is quite an intricate tale of what this former aide is accused of. I think the best way to describe the reaction I've heard is that people are concerned and disgusted. I spoke with the president of the Prince George's Teachers Union, Teresa Dudley, and she started out by saying that her heart is heavy. She went on to explain that the union has been in contact with teachers and its main concern is the well-being of students and educators. I also asked State Senator Paul Pinsky for his opinion on the investigation into the allegations that Deontay Caraway produced pornography and abused children on school grounds. Pinsky, a former teacher, talked about the challenges of monitoring everyone in such a large school district like Prince George's County, but went on to say that better safeguards will have to be put in place to protect students.
We have to change some rules, change some laws. I echo what the County Executive Baker said yesterday. There are children, we have to protect them, we have to do whatever we want. Clearly, this CEO, Maxwell, is angry and upset. We have to do whatever we have to do. Look, in most schools, kids are treated well. You've got staff who are professional and volunteers who are professional. Mm-hmm. You don't want one incident to taint everything, but it is a reality check that if it can happen in one place, it's one place too many. So that means we've got to do things so it doesn't happen in any place.
Caraway is accused of producing 40 pornographic videos in response to the incident. As Rochelle said earlier, authorities said they are providing counseling and services and other resources to victims and their families.
And you said the state's attorney's office has offered to reach out to help teachers in terms of how to help their students cope. Tell us about what the state's attorney's office has offered to do.
Right. Even before this Caraway incident, the state's attorney's office said that they reached out to the school system to offer them training having to do with telling teachers how to identify predators and how to deal with situations and so forth. But at this point, the school system has not responded. However, the state's attorney's office said that offer is still on the table, which may be something that they may take them up on at this point.
Let's hope so. All right. Thank you, Denise. Well, flags throughout Maryland are at half-staff in honor of 2 Harford County Sheriff deputies killed in the line of duty. Police say Patrick Daly and Mark Lodgson were fatally shot yesterday by David Evans in Abington. Now, investigators say the 67-year-old suspect fired a gun at Daly when the officer approached him at a Panera Bread restaurant. Officials say Evans fled the scene and then shot Lodgson to death. 2 other deputies fatally shot Evans. Now, detectives say that he had a criminal history, including a warrant for assaulting a Florida police officer and then fleeing. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Rochelle Metzger.